Welcome to Sacred Wandering with Keira. My friend, this is a corner of the world where time stops, where the noise in our minds quiet, where we have soft hearts and we open our palms and we ask. This is a place where we receive. I invite you to join me as we wander through the sacred together. Welcome to Sacred Wandering. Good morning, my love. Today we're going to be doing a deep clean out, the clean out that is the magnets inside of you of which you do not want any longer. So I want you to begin to think about something in your life. Maybe it's a relationship, maybe it's finances, maybe it's your body, whatever it is. You're like, I no longer want these results. Then we're going to actually clear out the magnet that has been pulling in those results. For whatever is inside of us must be mirrored on the outside. And so I want you to pick one right here, right now, because we're going to use this throughout today to be able to transfigure it into a new magnet. So I want you to take a nice deep breath in from the very crown of your head. We're going to bring that light all the way down the body, and it's going to clean, cleanse, and clear anything and everything that is attached to this magnet of the result that you no longer want. We're going to bring the light in again. We're going to let it move down the body. Letting it leave out through the soles of your feet. We're just warming it up right now. The magnet's not just going to release in 2 breaths, okay? So we're just warming it up. We're just noticing where in our lives does this seem to be true. So let's say you're looking at your finances and you're like, no matter what I do, they never change. How can we shift that magnet inside of you to the one that says, I am always sourced with abundance. Wherever I go, there's abundance. No matter what I do, there's always more than enough. Like, let's change the magnet inside. And as we do so, you'll watch different results. Now, we're going to use that same example of finances and imagine that if below that comment, no matter what I do, there's never enough, below that is actually the comment that is, no matter what I do, I am never enough. No matter what I do, I fall short. So below the magnet around money, it's actually a deeper issue, which is the depths of who you have been being in the world. And so today, as we go into prayer, we're going to be giving this to God, but I'm not going to do that quite yet because I want to work with your mind and I want to help you unravel and untangle this magnet because it didn't just show up yesterday. And, babies aren't developed in a day. It takes 9 months. Well, actually 10, but sure, the world wants to call it 9. And so however long it took to get here, we have to understand that this isn't going to just release in 5 seconds and also that it can. So we live in the both and today we're going to let it marinate. We're going to ask that God will begin to show you how this magnet has been ruling your life. For when your brain begins to see how this magnet is a disruptor and not a service or a supporter, the brain will begin to release it. And so we're going to start today by just allowing the brain to begin to find evidence of how this magnet is no longer safe. For when the brain understands that the thing that you're doing is not safe, the brain will actually side with us in creating a new belief. And so we're going to let the brain do that while I'm also doing this with you. Okay, we're doing 2 things at once today. So I'm allowing the brain to go and find evidence right now of why this magnet is no longer safe for you. Whatever the magnet is that you are working on. And I'm going to read to you the blessing that I received this very morning as your brain is finding evidence of such. So these are the words that I received. The clock only tells the time, never going backwards or forwards. It's just present to this moment. then this moment. Stay in the rhythm of the clock, for when you do so, you will be free. How often are we living in the past? How often are we dreaming of a future? But very rarely are we in this moment, the moment with the time of the clock, this moment, and then this moment. And as we are here and now, we free ourselves from the chains of the past, and the chains of the future that we want to control. There is freedom in the surrender to the now. Whatever magnet that you're working on today is not attached to this moment now. It is attached to the past. It is attached to an old wound that keeps looping you back into that space and time. It is attached to the future you want to control that loops you also back into the old. And so today we're going to stand in this moment right here, right now, whatever time is on the clock, whatever day it is that you are listening to this, you're going to stand 2 feet in this moment, in this present. And we are going to hand over the current magnet that is giving you the results that you want changed. So I want you to pick that magnet, the magnet up in the palms of your hands, whatever this is. And yes, it will feel sad to give it up because we have carried it along for a very, very long time. But these magnets become our friends. These beliefs become our friends. In times when the world is falling apart, these beliefs seem to be the things that held the walls up. So there's a grief in releasing them. But I'm going to invite you to do so. We're going to hold it in the very palms of your hands and we're going to give it into God. And we're going to ask that God will transfigure this magnet here and now, in this present moment, in this present time, on this present day. That this magnet no longer becomes the source of the results you do not want. And instead, we're going to ask that God may transfigure the magnets inside of us to be the source that brings in the results that we want. So in this moment, I want you to think, I want you to feel, I want you to see the results you actually want. So since we've been talking about finances, let's use it for that. I want you to feel what it would be like to have an abundance, an overflow of finances at all times and in all places. That wherever you go, whatever you do, there's always enough. There's always enough. There's always enough. And in that space and in that place, you find the peace and the rest that you are always sourced. We're going to ask for that magnet or whatever magnet that you are seeking to actually be activated, to be turned on inside of the body, like an electromagnetic field that begins to move within and without. As it moves inside of you, the outside must match it by law. For when you match the miracle you seek, it always arrives. But we must match it all the way down inside of our beings. We must feel it, we must know it, we must taste it, and we must want it. For desire is always the beginning. And I know that sometimes it's scary to desire. I know that at times it's so hard to let our hearts believe that something could be different. But it's always worth the risk. For the belief of the old is not safe. It is a prison that has tied you down to the results that you refuse to keep having. The desire and the belief for something new is actually the key that opens the door. So I want you to breathe this into the very cells of your body, that there is a new magnet, that you can have new results, that it is as simple as changing the insides of your being. It is as simple as working with the very God who has parted the Red Seas, the very God who has opened the heavens and dropped down manna, the very God who speaks and the earth moves. This very God, the God of your understanding, the God who knows you, the God that you know, can shift and change the magnets that are inside of you in the split second. But you must desire it, you must want it, and you must believe it. For it is worth the risk. freedom is always a risk, and it is always worth it. So today, my love, I invite you to stand with a sturdy spine and strong feet. With a strong spine and sturdy feet, with clear eyes and a knowing that was presented to you at the beginning of time, a knowing that has never gone away, but simply was forgotten, a knowing of who you are, a knowing of the power that rests within you. Stand as him and or her and begin to move in such ways. And as you do so, the results you have always desired will become true for you. And as you do so, you simply become. And with that, my love, I'm so happy that you got to join me today. I want to thank you for wandering into the sacred with me. And I will see you tomorrow morning in our prayer corner. Thank you for wandering into the sacred with me today. It is my honor to hold this space in this prayer corner for us to ask, listen, and receive. But if you are ready to go deeper, you're ready to step onto the path of mastery and to become the one who asks, listens, and does, then I invite you to join me in Author Code, my program that activates the becoming, that activates the leader who sits and asks and listens and becomes. For in the becoming, we actually serve at the deepest level. It is here where we will keep the heavens open. It is here where we will continue to rise as the leaders who ask, listen, and do. So I invite you to go into my show notes, grab the link, join me in Author Code. For now is the time for us to take the sacred to the edges of the earth. For those who hold it sacred will make every ground holy. And it is now time.